Without further ado, I give you Mr. Bill Brooks.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here, and I just want to thank Bill and Cease Krause for putting this event on for the Children's Tumor Foundation. Everybody give Bill and Cease and all their friends around the world. And I know there have been many volunteers who have gone into putting this event on. I know all of the celebrities, all the football players from the Dolphins. You guys are going to hear from them soon, but it's a very special time for all of us here at the Children's Tumor Foundation because we're in a new period of growth of our organization. We really have a target on going to that next level where we are really on the tips of everyone's tongue, just like you've heard of things like muscular dystrophy or cystic fibrosis. We want to make sure everyone's heard of neurofibromatosis. You know, most of you, because you've been close to Jeane and the family, the Krause family, you probably know a lot about NF. How many people in here do not know about NF until you came here today? Very few people. A lot of people know about NF in this room, but unfortunately outside this restaurant, not a whole lot of people know about NF. And what we're trying to do is change that. We want to raise awareness, we want to raise money, and we want to put all the people who are working in our foundation out of a job. We want to find a cure and a treatment for NF that works. Now, there's a lot of ways to do that, and the biggest one is genetic research. NF is more prevalent than what I named before. NF is more prevalent than Duchenne muscular dystrophy, cystic fibrosis, Huntington's disease, and Tay-Sachs combined. Yet so many people have heard of all those that have not heard of NF. It's because we don't spend so much of our budget out marketing and having TV shows and all kinds of things. We put it straight into the hands of researchers. From Miami Children's Hospital to Nemours Children's Hospital to Johns Hopkins, you name the research institution, the Children's Tumor Foundation has young researchers trying to find a cure to NF. You know, since the Human Genome Project, we've come a long way. We have clinical trials underway. We've gone from having no research to having research funded by the federal government under the Congressionally Directed Medical Research Program. That's gone from an $8 million program in the Bush administration to over $16 million this year, and we want to get it up to $25 million within the next 2 years to really try to put a focus on pharmaceuticals and on other genetic tools that we can use to stop NF. Now, you know, with all the folks here today, it's obvious to me that somebody's done an effective job of marketing this event and having the wonderful people like you in here today to show support for a wish from Jeane and to show support for the Krause family and to show support for the foundation. But you know, when you're a parent fighting this, I knew I wouldn't be able to do this. It's almost like there's a freight train coming and you're inside 3 block walls and there's nowhere to go except to attack that train. And that's what the Krause family did. That's what everyone who has NF does every day. They attack the train that's coming. And what we need is all of you all, like you've done today, to step up and provide some research dollars for those people to put our business out of business. Everyone's talking about we need jobs. I'm trying to get rid of some jobs at the Children's Tumor Foundation. We want to put an end to NF. It's a devastating disease. It causes nerves, tumors anywhere on the nervous system, on the skin. It causes twisted and bent bones. It causes cafe au lait spots. It can range from severe to early death, as we all know in this room too much, to people who've lived their entire lives fighting it with a horrific visual effect. And yet there are some people with very mild cases who passed away and never knew they had it. So it has a very wide range of what NF is. And what we're trying to do is make sure that everyone knows of NF, just like they've heard of MS and CF and MDS and everything else that's out there. NF has to rise to that next level so we can get the funding to put it into this. We have a lot of great things underway. There's NF Walks just a couple weeks ago or last week up in Jupiter. The NF Walk raised serious money. I attended a gala up in New York where the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers and Quicken Loans, Stan Gilbert, and his son were recognized for the work that they've done. They raised over $1 million at that event in New York last week. We have Racing for Research that Bill talked about, Kevin talked about earlier. Racing for Research is at Daytona Beach International Airport. It's in its 4th year. We have a motorsports team called TRG, the Racers Group. They donated our car, the full paint job on the car, to the Children's Tumor Foundation. That's a 24-hour endurance race in Daytona. And we have NF heroes, all the kids around the country who have NF, raise enough money to get their name on that car. And the interesting thing about Racing for Research is that we're in the Rolex series of endurance racing for the Porsche series. It's a 24-hour race. It's a race just to finish. Not necessarily finish the winner, but it's a race just to finish. And it has a very close tie to neurofibromatosis because that's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to finish. And everyone who starts their life with NF, when it's all over, they don't look anything like they did when they started. Same with the racing car. When that thing starts, it's beautiful. And at the end of a 24-hour race, it's beat all to hell, and it's dented up and scratched up, and there's people got rubber and oil and everything all over it. But they finished the race. And we've had drivers who are treating this disease in that car that go around and around and around and want to get out, and they don't get out because they know they're fighting for these kids. And that's why you're here. You all could be anywhere you want to be right there today. You could be home watching football. You could be at work getting something done. But you're here today to show support for the Krause family, to show support for the Children's Tumor Foundation. And I just want you all to know that we do have a way to stop that train. The way to stop that train is to find that treatment and that cure that will derail that train and make it go off the tracks and will never kill another child. I appreciate everything all of you are doing. I want to thank the Krause family for what you're doing. And God bless everybody in this room for taking your time today. Now, there's one more request I have of you. I want everybody in here who has not done it yet to walk up those steps and see all of the things that you can buy that have wonderful superstars autographs on them. They have spa treatments. They have all kinds of things for ladies and men. But don't leave this room today without going up there and seeing something if you want to bid on it. It's tax deductible. We're at the end of the year. Everybody needs those tax deductions for all the money everybody in Palm Beach County makes. You got to go get some tax write-offs upstairs. So come on, please go up those steps and help the Children's Tumor Foundation put it in NF. And Bill and Cease, thank you all very much. God bless everybody in here. Thank you all.